You think working at a coffee shop, I would have discovered that coffee is indeed warm.
I return.
Guten Tag.
I have a root beer.
Is it caffeinated?
Right.
No.
Rip.
The only other thing I have would be the Monster. And I'd rather not drink it because I'm planning on fucking just hard crashing on my bed after this. And trying to get some sleep.
Hopefully.
My body's gonna be like, haha, 2 hours is all you need, right?
Lol.
Feels bad, man.
Fuck you, body.
See, it's that attitude that makes it only sleep 2 hours.
Well, fucking it's sleeping only 2 hours is the reason I say it, so maybe it should fucking start the deal.
I think you two need to go to group therapy. That's all I'm saying. Or couples counseling. That's what I'm thinking of.
Joke's on it. I have the upper hand and a knife, so.
What is your opinion on chips in sandwiches? Like bologna and cheese sandwich or something?
In or and?
Both.
Chips and sandwiches are classic. Chips in sandwiches, I think it depends on the sandwich.
Hmm.
I've done it before. Like certain if the sandwich itself doesn't have like a bunch of like stuff that
Stuff
would
in
make
it.
the chips soggy, then I
Right.
think then you're fine. That being said, most of the sandwiches I would get don't really have that going for them.
Same.
Hmm. Usually
like
I throw
other
it on
stuff.
like, yeah. I just throw it on like simple sandwiches, like I said, bologna and cheese or something, where it's like there's not a lot of stuff in there in the first place.
Yeah, I'm talking about like stuff I like. I don't know. I've like Subway. Fuck you, Jersey Mike's place is overrated. I like a bunch of like nearby sandwich. Not a bunch. I shouldn't say that. More like a couple
number.
within like a 20-minute driving area. There, I have a couple of sandwich places that have like just a bunch of like stuff on it. So I'm like, yes, chips and that would just be made soggy, and then they either would detract from the experiments or just be unnoticed. So I'm like,
Right.
yeah, just eat it separately.
Mhm. You know what's a really nice sandwich combo?
What?
You have two slices of bread, right? Butter,
Yeah,
mackerel, and tomato sauce.
and tomato sauce.
Mackerel in tomato sauce spread on to your bread,
Right.
and then you have mayonnaise on top of that.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had. That's interesting.
It's the best thing ever.
Can't think of what mackerel tastes like off the top of my head.
Norwegian breakfast staple.
Is it? Meanwhile, I'm just sitting out here eating fucking a bunch of pastrami meatballs. You know, they're like fucking just grabbing my face. I should get that today.
Great. It's the Chinese sardines in tomato sauce. If you have that.
I don't think I've have. Mostly because I don't like seafood, so that's probably why. Hello, Tango.
Yeah, that would do it.
I turned on the AC and Tango's like, thank God. Hello, buddy. What? Yeah.
There's also like the they call it fish rye on top of egg. It is
Fish
fucking
fry?
awesome. Yeah, roe. Sorry, roe.
I was gonna say, like, rye is a type of bread. Fish roe. That's like, oh, I know what that is. Yeah. Again, another thing I haven't had, probably due to my dislike preference for seafood.
Yeah,
Even though I wish I liked seafood because it always looks cool and nice and pretty and super high quality, it's like, nope. Sushi chef will probably kill me.
don't know how to feel about the colors.
Oh, I've seen that before in like a video where some guy, it was Robaz, and he fucking used fucking blood pancakes or wherever we are.
We call it salted fish roll. Caviar.
Yeah, that's what he called it. He called it caviar, and then I was like, wait, because this was years ago, like back when I was in like high school, and I was like, wait a minute, I thought caviar was like the little black,
Little eggs.
little egg things that sort of look like boba except shittier and seafood. And then he called it caviar. I'm like, is that what? Have I been wrong this whole time? No, there's just different types of caviar.
Yeah.
So is that like fish egg paste then, or what is that made of?
Let's see. Let's find it here. It's salted fish roe, potato starch. It's smoked. I don't know what else is in there.
Probably not much.
Salt, pepper,
More salt.
paprika, I don't know.
This fish
Yeah,
is
it probably
salty
has like a
as
bunch of fucking preservatives.
Yeah.
See, yeah, salted fish roe, rapeseed oil, sugar, potato starch, tomato puree, salt, conservatives, antioxidants. Oh, sorry, preservatives. Reading the Swedish word, konserveringsmedel.
Oh,
Is the cat still going for a cord?
no, that was me
Ah.
moving stuff. I don't know. Tango's chilling on the other side of the table. I see his paws. Yeah, happy the AC's on, buddy. Yeah, me too.
Fish has been a staple growing up. Being a Norwegian will do that to you.
Yeah, that's fair. I imagine if I had properly, like if my parents actually knew how to cook, which they don't, and the fact that they really liked fish when I was younger, despite them knowing none of us as children liked it. I feel that's a combination of things. I probably would like it today. It's a shame though that my childhood basically barred it from me for the rest of my life. So, oh well.
But
That's bad.
Maybe like crab and lobster and stuff, but like fish outright, like no. Only fish I could tolerate is fish and chips, and it does not count.
no. But it is delicious.
Do you fish and chip with your hands or with like a fork and knife?
Hands.
If you're on the road, like a newspaper wrap. If you're in like a bar restaurant, you get the knife and fork.
Interesting. I wonder why. I think it's an American thing because I remember watching something where this got brought up, and there were like two Canadian people and then two American people, and the American people defended to the death that you eat it with your hands, while the Canadian people defend to the death that you eat it with a fork and knife if you can help it. So that's really
Does
interesting.
Canada have fish and chips? I thought that was more a European thing.
I mean, you could sell fish and chips anywhere, mate.
You know what I mean? It's just like it's not primarily Canadian.
English mainly.
No. That being said, Canada was colonized by the British, like 90% of the world.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
So, yeah.
My choice
by that same logic, like the impetus for Americans having it wouldn't make sense either because we're not English.
Yeah.
You saw
Throw it
it
in the
anywhere.
ocean with the tea. Happy Tea Destruction Day. That's what today is, right?
I mean, I personally don't give a damn about July 4th. Other than holiday pay. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess Americans, we just eat a lot of stuff with our hands when it comes to like fried foods.
Which
Just
is
the one country.
yeah. Which is super funny because like fried food is usually, hot as hell because it came out of a fryer.
Yeah, but we're not a bunch of pansies.
You know what else is interesting? Like women notice that Americans can use a knife and fork.
Mm-hmm.
They will cut their food and then they will put the knife down and then will use the fork in their right hand and eat.
Yeah.
They'll swap the fork from one hand to the other.
Yeah.
Huh.
In Sweden,
Fuck that shit.
I don't think it's the rest of Europe. They're probably the same in Sweden in this regard. You do not put your knife down. You eat with the fork in the left hand.
Okay.
And
I
then
actually
don't-
have. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm
Don't
trying
put
to
your
remember.
knife-
How do I eat? How do I eat steaks?
That's a good point.
I think I've done it in multiple methods.
You just don't have a preference.
Basically.
What
Because
I do,
I'm like I'm trying to think of the logic behind it. It's like I'm stronger and more coordinated with my right hand because I'm literally right-handed. So I would want the knife to be there. But the thing is, I'm not eating with the knife. I'm eating with the fork. So the fork should be there for better grip. But I'm like trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I eat with the knife in my right hand, and then I eat, and then the fork is in my left.
what you do is go full caveman, grab the T-bone steak by the bone, and just nosh.
Oh yeah, sure. If I want to fucking be chewing for the next 30 minutes on one bite, sure.
I mean, it's not just meat. It's like potato, salad, everything.
Salad.
Who eats salad?
Not me. As a part of my ongoing effort to destroy my body before it does the same to me, you know. No fruits or vegetables in this ecosystem of my body.
Wouldn't you destroying your body be your body destroying you? So that means you're constantly tied.
Not really. Because what happens is your stomach starts destroying itself. But then what happened for me is I'm used to all that. So all those times people complain about like, oh my, like yeah, when I go to the bathroom, it's like oh, it hurts or whatever. I'm like, no, that's pretty usual for me. See, you normalize it. That's all you gotta do.
Mm.
So by logic, I'm winning.
Congratulations, you're winning the death race.
Yeah, sounds like my childhood.
Most they eat with a spoon.
Yes.
Spoon?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Grace has corrupted me. It's like, do you want a knife and fork? No, I want a spoon. If we're eating like meat,
Why?
potato, spoon. If we're eating rice and
You just scoop up a
pork-
chicken.
Okay, the rice in the spoon that's acceptable.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's fine.
Like
The other stuff though, I got some questions on.
potatoes depends on the form of potato. Meat just not clicking there.
I guess like a baked potato, you could eat that with a spoon.
And mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed
yeah.
potatoes are a little weird. I prefer a fork, but you know.
It depends. It
still
depends on
like-
it depends how they're made.
Yeah, it's like a
Grace
pasty
will
kind of
always
form.
eat. It's spoon and something like Chinese noodles, spoon and fork.
Yeah, no, that's how you. Depends on what type of cuisine it is, but for most Asian things, like yeah, I usually eat it with like spoon plus something else.
I do the same. I use spoon and use a spoon and fork.
No.
I think for like Korean, like tofu soups and stuff like that, that's like a spoon and something endeavor. Because then you get the tofu with, let's say chopsticks, and then you get the soup to go with the tofu.
She just asks specifically for a fork is when we've had steak,
Understandable.
pre-cut steak. She'll want a fork.
You had to ask for a fork?
No, she specifically said fork.
Oh, okay.
I always assume she likes it.
Yeah, I got confused. I was like, I don't know any place that serves steak that doesn't just naturally give you a fork and knife.
She's like, whatever is the most. I want that.
Hey, everyone's got their taste. I don't judge. As a person
We
that
don't
eats garbage.
Oof. Yeah, we eat a lot of rice with assorted sides. Could be fish, chicken, whatever.
It makes sense. Oh, hello, Tango. What are you doing?
I know I just got food, but now I want more food. Because I'm just talking about
Are
food.
we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep going. We're talking more about food and go on another
Yeah.
tangent. time is it? It is 3:20.
3:20.
All right, we still have time for
A little
death.
dungeon exploring.
Mm-hmm.
Death.
I mean, we can make it real fast to start murdering each other.
No,
So,
that's not fun.
inspecting it, you notice very quickly that the mechanism to raise it on the other side, the chains that raise it, have been, they're snapped, they're broken. So you would have to attempt to lift this portcullis somehow.
With all of our mighty muscles.
There's no like gaps or anything that we could like potentially slip through.
On a glass.
So far, simple has worked.
Well,
Shall we?
lift with your knees, not with your back. So,
More concerned about the old man doing any lifting.
Looking at him more closely, his physique he's in very good shape for his age.
God damn it. Probably the very strength of me. I got fucking 11.
12.
14.
He's got one better than me. All right.
Between the three of you, you don't even need to roll. You can lift it up. Yeah, without issue.
We are champions.
Both of them will hold it in place while you step inside. To you now. Give me a second.
Another portcullis.
Yes,
We have no way of keeping the previous one open, though, is the thing. Like, it was just going to drop as soon as we enter in.
yes. So you can prop it open somehow.
I don't got shit that can hold up a fucking portcullis.
We have pythons.
A pine ain't holding up an entire portcullis, mate.
I figured, but you know, something. Oh wait, I have an explorer's pack, not that pack. Hold on.
Yeah, I have an explorer's pack too. We don't have pittons.
Fuck.
I think you need
If
Dungeoneer's kit.
If you have something sturdy, we could put it underneath. At least it will leave a gap open.
I'm afraid I don't have anything like that.
Unfortunately, similar.
I might be with that. Here, Matthias, hold this. So, one thing you've noticed that Ornstein does not have any backpacks. Oh, you step. Okay. Okay, so. Yeah, so she takes from within one of her coat sleeves. She reaches down into her coat sleeve, and you notice that her entire arm disappears. And from within, she pulls out this. It looks like a. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a long metal rod, and on the bottom, it's like a T shape.
Like a pickaxe?
Kind of, but it's flat, and the same on the other side. So it's like a bar with two bars at the each. Matthias, please hold this in place as we lower it. It's not very long. It's about a meter. It's it would be half a human, sort of.
Yeah.
In length.
Like a 3 feet. Yeah, you don't know feet.
This will hold it for a little bit. Yeah. Well, the opening will be small.
He does as he is instructed.
Right? Milton will
Look at the next portcullis. Do you have 2?
Only the one, I'm afraid.
Do I use on this one instead?
At a quick glance, you notice that the mechanism for the first portcullis is not connected to this one, so they are separate.
So we should. Does this one have like the interior one? I'll say, have any visible mechanisms like in this in between space, or is its machinations on the other side?
There's no lever for this one on this side or anything like that. But why don't you make an investigation check as you look more closely at this?
I am trained in this.
Contract.
Ah. Hey!
Nice.
Finally.
And not only do you notice that there is a mechanism on the other side of the bar, it seems to be intact. You also notice, however, that you're standing precariously close to some sort of
Trap?
Trap, yeah, a switch of some kind.
A switch? A switch trap.
Like a pressure plate.
Ah, okay. I look around to see like what it would activate, like if there's like, I don't know, like holes in the walls that stuff could shoot out of, spikes in the ground that spikes can shoot out of.
Spikes in the ceiling that will crush us.
The 22 will lower the DC a bit. Why don't you make me a perception?
Perception.
See, that's enough. You see multiple like rectangular holes in the walls around you on both sides.
Rectangular?
Yeah, they are about the shape of...
Are they like parallel with the floor, like horizontal?
No, they're all above the walls. Like up high, angled slightly down.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They're about the on the length, the height of them. Imagine your average cell phone, and then take half the width.
Okay.
How big they are. Big enough for like a pitten.
It's a shame we don't got those.
Oh man, that'd just be perfect now, wouldn't it?
Looking up, it's about 20 feet from the ceiling.
Point out to everyone else. And point out specifically where the pressure plate is.
Do not step there. Does it go across the entire barrier of the doorway?
The pressure plate?
Yeah. Or is it just
Yeah,
like...
it's a thin line that goes kind of like, where's the draw shape?
The doodle tool. Gotcha.
It seems Barthalos here just managed to step over it somehow. Lucky how that works out. It's like I rolled something hidden.
Luck.
It's as if there was rolling in. All right. So back to this previous question. Do you think it'd be better to prop open this inner door or the outer door?
Well, I thought before that the inner door didn't have its machinations working, but I think it still does. I was gonna say propping open the inner one would be better if we're getting chased out.
Mm-hmm.
But if it has mechanisms that work anyways, shrug. Now, I guess we just gotta get this open and don't trigger the trap.
I saw.
Actually, can I disarm the trap? Actually, I'll try to disarm the trap when we all get out of this very tight and narrow space.
Very smart.
Sure. So, with only the two of you being able to move up front, you would still need to make a roll.
I send the stronger people forth.
It would probably end up
stronger.
being me, actually.
You and someone else. Definitely not me. I'm a +0.
Yeah.
Milton is an NPC, so
All right. So is it just straight strength, or is it like athletics?
whichever. Yeah, if you're trained enough, you can do that.
Okay. I am not, so I don't know why I asked. Hey!
Hey, we're getting the nat 20s in now.
Oh no.
You don't even need the advantage.
I completely forgot I had
Easy
it.
enough. You not only do you manage to lift the portcullis in an impressive show of strength, you even manage to do it quietly.
Ooh, lovely. Part of me just likes that having it being quiet is an important factor.
I mean, we're about to go tomb raiding, so
If it's not needed, Milton will simply.
Whoop.
does it stay open if we like let go of it, or is
No.
it okay? I go to the lever that I spotted that corresponded to this. I'm not sure if it was a lever, but
Yeah.
the mechanism.
On the right, on the right here, next to Arnson.
I operate it.
You see, because Eyes is holding the portcullis up, you see a chain, a slack chain that being pulled into a wall socket and lock in place.
Wonderful.
The portcullis is secured.
Now about that trap.
Think about it in hindsight. Do have mage hands. Could have done that. Oh well.
My experience tells me that it's probably safer for me to move over here.
I will make it by standing over here.
No confidence. That's fine.
Do you have a light?
I do.
I also have 10
kind of-
torches.
What kind of light source do you have?
I have the spell light.
Remind me, what's the radius of light?
Let me find out. 20-foot radius dim light for an additional 20. So 40, but the outer 20 is dim. Yeah, he would grab like one of his daggers and hold it up and just like activate it. Give me 2 seconds.
So the trap.
I do have thieves' tools.
For disarm, that's. I believe that's Steve's tools, yeah?
I would think so, yeah.
Yes. It used to be an entirely separate kit, if I remember correctly, in older editions, but then they just made it into thieves' tools. Alright, I'm gonna attempt it. Let's go. Hey!
That's solid. That's solid.
So,
Not 20, but, you know.
in
Can't
a
have
very,
everything that.
in a very carjacking-esque manner, you slip a thin piece of wire through the tiniest of cracks in the floor where the pressure plate is fitted into. And you scope out for something that connects it to some other mechanism, and you find it. Off to the side, you trace it all the way to the wall, and you manage to, with your thieves tool, sort of dislodge a tiny crack upwards, because the plate is designed to go downwards, but lifting it upwards, you manage to avoid triggering the trap enough so that you can use one of your daggers to, with a bit of light from Matthias, peer in, and you see a chain, or rope rather, connected to a mechanism. And gently, gently, you take your dagger and you sever the rope. As you sever the rope, it sort of slackens. You get the sense that if you had pushed the plate down, the rope would have pulled something that's further up, and the pulling of whatever that is would have activated some kind of trap. You repeat the process on both sides. The plate is neutralized.
I inform them that the plate is neutralized. I'm curious as to what the trap actually was, though. Oh well.
We figure out on our way out.
Let's be off.
So, looks like we have two different directions. Do we desire to go this way, or do we want to go this way?
I light a torch.
Okay. Torches are 20 feet or 30 feet?
I want to say 20, but don't quote me on it. Burns for an hour, 20 and 20. Yep.
Okay, so it's the same thing. 20 by 20 then. Okay, so light is a torch, but
A torch.
magic. Right.
And infinite. Well, potentially infinite.
Around the corner, you see your corridor, seemingly empty. It's very bare bones. It's a brick stone wall.
No iconography or anything. It's just clean walls.
Barren.
I'm gonna progress down this path, but I'm gonna be like hyper attentive for traps.
Be very cautious.
A perception check.
Can I assist him with that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the assistance was helpful, but
Can I? No, I can't roll lucky
you don't-
because it's your roll, not my roll. Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
You do not spot any traps.
I take point.
You guys sneaky?
As sneaky as two light wielding people in the darkness can be.
They're probably
let me
moving
give
at the
you some-
speed of sneak.
So are you stealthing is what I'm asking.
I'm stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me stealth.
Only skill I'm good at.
14?
Now watch as the NPCs roll less than us, even though we literally have a torch and a glowing net dagger.
Milton. 21?
All shut up.
He's just wearing fancy clothes. Easier to sneak around in.
The silk doesn't make a sound.
It also helps catch arrows when they dig into your flesh.
And 19.
Really?
So you're
Yeah.
quiet.
Supposedly Mongolians wore silk shirts because of that.
That is an interesting little bit.
Or your passive perception is
I have 14 myself.
9.
14. 9. Okay. You don't see the traps as you progress down. Crash.
Boop.
Seems safe enough.
Boop. 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 Boop.
I'm just waiting for a trap to trigger.
And now
Man.
you stop.
See, what you do is you put a trap trigger in the middle of a hallway, and then have like just a bunch of like sawboys shoot out from both sides, top and bottom of the hole.
Okay, all of you hear this. You move around the corner, Crash. All of you hear this. A big thumping rhythmic boom. Boom. Boom.
Ah, shit.
Does it seem to be moving towards us, or is it just like in the distance?
It's echoing, so it's hard to tell.
Lovely.
You look
My
around the corner.
shit stands. I look around the corner. I peek around the corner, Scooby-Doo style. Although I have a torch out, so maybe not super sneaky. What do I see?
You see an empty corridor.
Alright.
I mean, like,
Hear it still. Boom.
Hmm. We haven't found a way down yet.
no, we haven't.
And a fort only having one way down? I don't know. I feel like something's going to be either guarding it or missing something. Let's find out. I keep going.
You think we took a right when we should have taken a left?
I don't know.
Continue downwards. You spotted.
Spot a what? What is that?
Door.
Oh, a door.
Hey.
I approach the door.
As you do, the path gets louder and louder.
Does it sound like a heart by any chance? Just wondering.
No.
Okay, second sure. Before I don't go like in front of the door. I go like around it like a little bit and then just scoot past and look down this corridor as best as I can just to see what it looks like.
Yeah. You're sneaking.
Yeah, I'm still sneaking.
You see before it sees you.
Oh, Jesus! At least you were far away?
I think that thing would probably have a 10-foot reach. Just saying.
It has not noticed.
It doesn't react to the light.
No.
I immediately go back and just begin like tugging Matthias's sleeve, just doing like the finger in front of mouth like shh thing.
I just like shrug, like, what's up? I don't say anything, but I shrug.
I turn to look at our two guys and show them the same like shh thing, and then I just point like I point to like the corner itself. I do like the 2-finger walking thing, and I do like this like hefty strongman like like muscle man sort of pose.
Big bulky man. Like,
They nod. When you looked around, you saw it was standing still. You don't know for how long it's going to keep standing still.
I just like draw my blade and just raise an eyebrow and look at them. I don't draw it all the way. I just like pull it out of the sheath like a few inches.
Suggesting, like, do we kill the thing?
Milton
We
and
tried it.
Or and Sin draw their weapons following your lead.
I back up behind them because I am not a weapons man. I'm a magic man.
I go to the corner and then I set down my torch like right or like at the I guess it'd be the middle of that square. That square. So that I could like give light both directions. Just really gently set it down, like not keep taking my eyes off the thing.
You still looking at it?
Yeah.
Make a
die.
perception check.
I set my dagger on the ground where that little X is just to make sure we can see around us.
I die.
Instantly.
Medusa.
Oh, shit.
As you put the torch down, you notice you don't see this at first, but you only realize this as it begins moving. You see it turn around, and as it turns around, you see a humanoid face carved in jade. So this whole thing is made entirely out of jade, green jade,
Ching.
and it starts moving again.
Also means magic as fuck. Does it look like it's noticed me?
It hasn't looked in your direction yet. You can see it.
I'm just gonna duck back around the corner and just wait for it, because I'm assuming it's gonna eventually get closer. And as soon as it turns okay, it's already turned the corner. I'm gonna stab it as soon as it turns the corner.
Make an attack roll. Do it at advantage. It has not realized you're there.
Oh yeah, now if only I were assassin rogue, but I'm not.
The ultimate stab.
Oh, thank God for those advantage. That would have been bad. There's 19
Lord.
hit.
Yes.
Hey, good. I'd be concerned if it didn't.
Do we all get
Sneak
around
attack.
to hit him?
Sneak attack. Man, that's some trash sneak attack.
Trash.
You do. This would essentially be the price round.
Okay. I will use Ray of Frost, and I will remember that I have to type it in this time.
I just like, it's probably like double our height on. I just like as soon as it spets around the corner, I just like 270 around the corner and stab it, but I only stab like it's like upper leg because it's so fucking tall.
21.
And I'm like, it's a good hit, but it's also really big and made of jade.
So, like, a good hit against a giant fuck-off rock is only so much.
13 piercing.
It is 13 piercing, correct.
Followed by 6.
6 cold.
Yeah.
Frost.
Ice, ice, baby.
With your rapier, correct?
Do our NPCs...
Give a slap.
Confirming crash. It was with your rapier, yes?
Yeah, it's on my rapier, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
My fancy speed rapier. No clue where I got it from, to be honest, but I think that's just part of the mystery of Ortholis.
He just found it in, like, a gravesite sometime.
It's gonna follow a suit. $18 hits.
Just for my own planning, I can't move through enemy squares, right?
No.
Alright.
Garth, you need to roll initiative.
No, I don't. I go at the top because I definitely didn't forget about that. Whoopsie. Grab this, grab that. Hey, I was right.
Can I spend an action to try to duck underneath its legs? I'll take an attack of opportunity. I don't mind. I just want to try.
You can. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Watch it like I'll be underneath it and it fucking just crushes me against the fucking floor. One-shotting me with a crit. It's like that scene from the first Transformers where the guy takes
13.
a motorcycle. 13 against me. Does not hit. 16. Even with my old armor, I wouldn't have hit.
So, surprise round, still your turn. Because you initiated combat. Followed by Garth.
You're kind of out again. Also, Garth is AFK.
Do you hear me?
Yes. It's really weird.
Yes.
Like it comes and goes.
I don't understand why that is.
Right.
I hear you guys just fine,
Eh,
which makes me think it's hardware.
potentially.
Maybe it's
I have no clue.
could be my push to talk keyline. Maybe.
I don't think so because like it's not like Discord can like do half push to talk. Like it doesn't have like
That's true.
tiers. It's just a toggle more or less.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that was your you attack.
Yeah, I attacked.
You tried to duck through.
Well, I would have attacked with the surprise round, and then the next round I would have tried to duck through.
Oh, okay.
And that's where two surprise rounds back to back. But I don't think we do.
No, we'll just do. Remind me
Okay.
again. Surprise round is this is a full turn, yeah.
Well, by technicality of D&D, there's no such thing as surprise round. A creature is designated surprised. That's how it operates.
So during the first round of combat, it would not act.
Yeah. So after the first round, it wouldn't be surprising because it knows stuff is happening.
Which is actually super important to note because that just completely cucks range Gloomstalkers and Assassins.
Why? Because after first round, it doesn't count surprise.
Yeah, if they get surprised, their whole first round dig is just gone.
Oh yeah. So
Like,
it's really
get
important to
wrecked, nerd.
note. Yeah.
So take alert.
I mean, fits the character concept, I suppose.
Yeah, in that case, so Garth, yeah, right?
Repeat that.
Your turn first.
My turn first. All right. So
So this is technicality second round of combat. Technically.
I am going to use my stored spell, Magic Missile, because it's really cheap and easy, and I'm just gonna shoot it until it dies and pray to God that's soon.
I just want to say no, just do your thing first. I'll tell you after.
Mhm.
All right, now that you've done it, I remember from our previous time in Fred's thing, Jade is like a magical catalyst. So
Oh, you're not wrong.
yeah, just
I remember Jade was a thing, but I mean, to be fair, I don't think
Remember the
my character
sweet
would have
bracers I
experience
had.
with Jade in the first place. So
most people don't.
yeah, exactly. So we're gonna find out if it has any special effects.
The next attack it does has advantage.
No.
So was it 11 force damage? I was
Yeah.
gonna say magic damage. That's not how it works.
I mean, it
11
is magic.
force.
And it is damage.
Yeah, but then there's like magic fire, magic frost, magic thunder, magic necrotic. As opposed to normal necrotic, which I guess is just a
Mhm.
fucking cursed region.
This is a graveyard.
That's a great one, yeah.
So you see the magic missiles impact, boom, 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 and they seem to do damage. However, where the damage is done, like Crash mentioned, you see,
It glows.
yeah, kind of. It seems as if almost it's willingly plucking the missiles out of the air, almost like a magnet.
Hmm.
It sounds like I made the situation worse.
I think it was the Rainbow Six Siege operator that does something similar to plucking missiles out of the air.
Or
Let's see, how far away is he?
Your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna spend my action trying to duck through him. Is he stepping on my torch right now, by the way, or is he like just happen to not step on it?
He didn't it's like the size category, right? So he's not stepping on the torch, but he's
He's
Taking up
occupying
space.
its space.
yeah.
Yeah, I was making sure the light doesn't get snuffed out by someone stomping on it. That's all I'm concerned about. Alright, I'm gonna try ducking through him and trying to get over here. I don't know what role you want me to do for that, or if any.
Let's see.